Hey, good morning, Region 6. James Torres, Regional Ops here. Hey, we got some great things to talk about this morning. We're going to really focus in on our transition out of Halloween into November. Our goal is to win November, December, and January and finish the year off strong. So we're excited to do that. I'm more excited to be highlighting the store and this great Action Alley theme that I see in the store today. Nico, our market manager, still. Nico, you want to tell us what we did in this Action Alley and show the store managers and market managers how we created this theme?
I'll be glad to, James. Good morning, Region 6. Hey, really the biggest thing that we focused on was trying to get liabilities out and pushed forward, right? So you'll see here in this store particularly, this is the GM Action Alley with the bakery spot. Yes, it is. The whole idea is to be able to drive that D98 over to this side of the store, cross-merchandise it with seasonal, and help with our liabilities early, right? So if you come on down the Action Alley, you'll see that we built the SPI very well, good standard, consistent in stores, tastefully done. Make sure you watch the dates, right? We're getting closer to the season.
But I'll tell you, the biggest thing here, Nico, is the sales that it's producing. The sales are on fire. You see them, I scanned them this morning, they just shot up. You almost doubled what you had out in grocery by just putting that extra location here. And you've gotten all your liabilities out, so you're able to focus on that customer every day.
Yeah, it really helps loosen that freezer up also when it comes to Thanksgiving, when it comes to that product that's coming as well. So continue down the alley past the SPI, you look at, as we're starting to get into our e-commerce business from a standpoint of our side counter with picking costumes. You look, we did this by gender, we did this by size, we did this by child. So you start with infant, you move here into girl, you move into boy, bring a few racks to the alley, really helps make a difference from a standpoint of that side counter pressure and get some additional sales in the Action Alley. Continuing down, you look, we go from Halloween straight into harvest. As soon as we transition from this season, we'll be ready to move out with the next transition.
And don't forget, location, location, location. Thank you.
I'm Jarvis, the store lead at 5959 here in Houston, Texas, and I'm here to learn top stock from
Donald, Stocking One team lead at store 5959 here in Houston, Texas.
So Donald, tell me about top stock. How can I perform top stock?
Well, the first thing you need is equipment to get the job done. You need your top stock cart and you need your X cover device.
I have that.
Okay. And as you approach the top stock area, you want to see, the goal is to see what we can bring down. You want to grab an item, scan it with your X1 device, and check the item's location. If the item can't fit to its home location, then you want to stock it. If the item can't fit to its home location, then you want to check your own hands and see if the PI needs to go up or down.
So if the inventory, if the PI is going up, that means that I'm stopping merchandise from coming back into my building, right?
Yes, that is correct. Also, you want to know that as we place items on the top stock area, we want to have the labels facing out for easy scanning, and you don't want no more than one case quantity on the top.
How high can you go on the top stock?
20 inches should be the tallest height that you should have any item on the top stock.
And what about weight?
25 pounds, with no item being more than 4 feet away from its home location.
Hey, Giancarlo.
How's it going, Jarvis?
Hey. So now that I've learned how to do top stock, what are the other responsibilities for a Stocking One associate?
Well, thanks for asking. So the responsibilities of a Stocking One associate is not to only work top stock for our food and consumables, which is due by 9 a.m., but it's also to fill features and do feature to home. So you go to a feature, you make sure that the home of the feature is filled. Once it's filled, you make sure that any opportunities to fill a stack base or an end cap is filled. But not only that, you want to make sure that you're using your X cover. You're going to go under your modify tool and you're going to click your features. Once you click your features, then you can start scanning your allocations and items to make sure that the item is assigned to the location correctly. And while you're there, just go ahead and make sure you verify that on hand. Make sure that the on hand is correct and that it's priced correctly. This is important for our customers to make sure that we're showing the value, and it's important for our customers to make sure that it's located correctly. Once we finish with our features, we want to go ahead and move over to our back room. In our back room, we're going to set up for our truck to make sure we set up our Stocking Two team for success.
Thank you. I've learned how to down stock. I've learned how to scan features into the ModFlex tool. I've even learned how to shop feature to home. So tell me how to set up for the truck.
Well, to set up for a truck, you're going to acquire your materials. You'll need 22 pallets and 13 top stock carts. The 22 pallets you'll lay against the Smart Sorter, and the 13 carts will also go against the Smart Sorter, but they're going to be used for grocery items, and we're going to sort those by the aisle, so it'll be easier for them to put out in stock. You'll also want to clean the surrounding area so it's not a hazard, and just make sure that they're totally set up for success.
That sounds easy enough, right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
not a problem.
Hey Sebastian, so I noticed that while we were loading the trucks that we received some damaged merchandise. Could you please walk me through the steps of how to properly claim this out?
Yeah, you would normally go to receivings, and then you'd go to finalize receivings, where you would then hit the process, the claims on the specific trailer, and then you can just scan the item and it would tell you whether to CVP, donate, or mark it down just straight from the receiving app.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Sebastian.
Of course, glad to help you.
Eileen, what can you tell me about Apparel One Touch Sort?
So first you will need your X cover. You will scan the product itself. As you can see, we have all our One Touch color coded, and it will give you the allocation of this product. So once you scan it, you put it in the tote itself.
And then that's it? Is that simple?
Yes.
And then I just move on to the next item.
You will move on to the next item. Now when it comes down to the processing of apparel, you will take your X cover and you will scan that product. It will give you the allocation as far as your rolling racks.
And I just add it to the rolling rack?
You
with the
add it to the
allocation?
rolling rack, and each rolling rack is divided into the allocation,
Okay.
separated by departments.
Separated by departments?
Yes, sir.
So it makes it easier to go and stock?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's
Okay.
sounds easy enough.
Yes.
Thank you. After leaving at 1 p.m., now it's time to begin the stocking to unload process. Before we do that, we have a huddle meeting. We talk about sales. We talk about anniversaries, birthdays. We get the associates all excited, and we end it off with a great Walmart cheer. At that point, we break the associates off of who's going to unload the trucks, who's going to do Apparel One Touch Sort, and who's going to do the One Touch Sort. Another very important part of this process of stocking two is the VizPick process. In order to perform the VizPick process, you need an X cover. You take your X cover, you go to Backroom Tool, and you select VizPick. Once you're in VizPick, at that point you're able to scan all your location markers starting from the left to the right. Within that process, you're going to see either white marks or you're going to see blue X's. When you see those blue X's, those are picks that are saying that they can come out and go to the floor. You select those blue marks, and once you select them, they turn to green checks. You take those boxes out of the bins and you put them on a cart or a pallet, and you get those ready for the overnight stocking process.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Butler. I'm from 5959. I hope we gave you all of the good information that you're going to need for the upcoming holiday season in the Stocking 1, Stocking 2, and the planning meeting. We appreciate everybody's time, and thank you.
I'm Dale Jackson from Store 297.
I'm Jonathan, digital coach here at Store 297.
Jonathan, what tools do we utilize this holiday season to make the store successful?
So keys to success are all going to revolve around the ModFlex tool, making sure we set and locate them accurately as we set, and making sure we use the ModFlex tool as we condense to make sure that items are located accurately.
So Jonathan, tell me how you set a mod in a ModFlex tool.
So the first thing is you've got to have a Samsung X Cover device. The ModFlex tool app isn't available on TC70s, so having one of these devices is crucial. Once you're ready to set your modular, you'll need to make sure that each aisle location is in place. On your Samsung X Cover in the ModFlex tool, you'll look under your Ready tab to see which modulars are ready to set. You'll locate the modular, assign your locations, and scan. Remember, each 4-foot section is a different section in each modular, so make sure that they're scanned in accordingly.
How do we maintain modulars as we condense them?
So as we sell through, we're gonna have to condense, but the ModFlex tool has a great feature that lets us flex in items. So modular might not exist anymore, but we can still tell the system that these items are still scanned into this 4-foot section. That's gonna help our customers find the items through the Walmart app, as well as our personal shoppers find it on their pick path.
Jonathan, how do you ensure the old mods are not in the tool?
So you use the ModFlex tool. You'll pull up each section individually. It's going to show you the current modular and e-flex items. You can add to it, remove items, or clear the entire section and start from scratch. Using the Mod Flex tool, it's going to ensure that our customers find the items they're looking for, help our pick associates with their first time pick rate, as well as our pre-sub overall.
Thank you, Jonathan, for your time.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Hopefully all this information we've given you today on the ModFlex tool is helpful. Happy holidays to everybody.
Hey team, welcome to Academy Store 1062 in Friendswood, Texas. My name is Jesse, I am the store manager here.
My name is Mustafa, I'm the store lead at 1062.
And we are going to talk to you today about holiday preparedness. Mustafa, what's the first thing we need for trailers?
We need a trailer team.
Yeah! Hey Mustafa.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Very good.
So, tell me about trailer 34. What is this trailer?
Oh, so this trailer is what a setup trailer should look like. I'm gonna explain to you how it should look like. We're gonna start with the outside. With the outside, we always supposed to have an alarm signage that looks just like this one right here.
Okay.
And let me show you inside. Come on in. So this is an already set up trailer. It's as you see, it's already lined in and with 6 sections. My biggest recommendation is to have it swept off before you start taping and putting your stickers, your bin locations down. The reason behind that is because it is easier for the tape and the sticker to stick on the floor. It's something very, very important, Jesse, I need to mention, that is the bin locations needs to start with a 700 number. 700 number. That is something I cannot stress enough. Also, where we did, we also have stickers on the floor, on the door, I'm sorry, as you see right here. The reason behind that, just in case when you're working, when you pulling a pallet out or freight or walking, and that comes off, you at least have another one until you make the actual sticker. Just another thing I want to mention to you, that it is very important to make sure that we have case and not pallet on the label, on the bin location. If you want to downstack your freight onto the floor, you will have to have a case and not a pallet.
Okay. One question I have for you, Mustafa.
Yes, sir.
What is that piece of paper behind your head?
Oh, very good question. This is a very, very important thing to have in every trailer. This is what we call a verification form. This is how it should look like. It has a trailer number, name, position, date, and notes from the tour. It's very important that the person who opens up the trailer to sign off on it. When they cab, when they bin, when they zone, any exceptions they find in the trailer, they log it into here. And it makes it so much easier for the APAC or store lead or store manager when they tour it, or even an APOL when they tour it, they verify the work. And it's the API needs to sign it daily.
Daily, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hey, good morning, Ty. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Mustafa.
You doing okay?
Yes,
hey, tell
sir.
me what you got going on in trailer 17.
Well, let's go.
Okay, so tell me, what do you have going on over here?
This trailer in particular is a Christmas seasonal trailer. You can tell by the Department 18, and it's also a 20-foot trailer instead of a 40, so it's only broken down into 4 sections. Whenever you setting up your truck, you want to have everything together. So if it's the same, you want to have it together, so as you scan, you won't get confused. You want to also have big to small or heavy to light, because when you come in, everything may be on the floor, just like when you growing up the game of Jenga, you pull the wrong thing, everything falls down.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for teaching me. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mateo.
Hey, how's it going?
Whoa, what a grip, man.
Oh, yeah,
what do you got? What do you got going on in trailer 22?
How about you come inside? Let me show you, man.
Let's go see it. So what is this trailer?
So as you can see, this is going to be a pickup ready trailer. And so what that means is all the tape and all the labels that we had on the floor, from the back to the front, we're going to take everything out. And also, whenever we're done doing that, we're going to make sure we have a broom and we're going to sweep everything out of the trailer. As you can see on the doors, on the inside and the outside, we took all the labels off, and that's so we're not charged with a cleaning fee.
Cleaning fee? How much is that?
It's going to be $468.
$468?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that can go against someone's P&L in a heartbeat, huh?
I concur.
Okay.
Hey Jesse, you mind if I ask you a question real quick?
Shoot, Mateo.
So when will all these other trailers be picked up?
You know what, Mateo, that's a really good question. So I have a plan on paper. I would want everybody to get a plan on paper. Okay, so my plan is December 2nd, I get out of all liabilities. It's toys, D18, cosmetics, pharmacy, Department 2 gift sets. By the 9th, Mateo, I think we need to get out of the wrap out of the trailers. And the last thing we're gonna get out is the January conversion. After that, we're gonna put all it staging inside. So by December 23rd, we're out of trailers. Good? Okay. Oh. Hey, Mustafa, how's it going?
Jesse, how are you, sir?
Doing well. Hey, can you tell me about what every store in the company right now needs to look like to get ready for the holidays coming up, with annual event coming in, the housewares we're going to be getting in, and the toys we'll be getting in?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing. So the holidays are down the road. So for us to be prepared for it, we have to have a clean, neat, and organized back room. And what I mean by it, I mean organized and located, okay? So your products needs to be binned in with a Vispic label and consistency of Vispicing to help the OPD side of the business, and also to help our customers on the floor when it comes to filling the availability part of it. As far as top steel, it is very important to have an empty top steel. The reason behind that, we're gonna have 3 events. This year, just like last year, we're gonna have 3 events. Event number 1 comes out of a trailer, nice, neat, and organized. We organize it, sort it out, and shoot it up. Number 2 comes in, and number 3 comes in. They go to the trailer, and as event 1 go out, event 2 products come in and be shot up. So basically replacing each other.
Okay.
So it's very important. Nice, neat, and organized, man. Empty top steel, good availability, good bin execution. You'll be just fine.
Okay, sounds like what everyone needs to do then is just have a plan on paper.
I agree.
Is that what it is?
I agree. Yes, sir.
And I think if everybody puts that plan on paper, I think that everybody will be a successful holiday season for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Amelia, how's it going?
How's it going? How's it going?
Hey, so as you know, the holiday season is coming up, right? So I'm really excited for that.
Right.
Can you explain to us what P&D is going to look like this holiday season, between the hours, scheduling part of it, the staging, and the annual events?
Okay. Well, in order for us to have a successful holiday season, we need to make sure first our staffing is correct, right? And the way we do that is we use our Pro Web tool. So I would like to go ahead and show you this board over here right quick. So one piece of information that we need to use from the Pro Web tool is this information right here on this piece of paper. What this right here shows us is it tells us how many associates we need in the back room, picking, SS Fest, and in-home. So this right here is what I like to call a cheat sheet to make sure that we're successful with our digital business, right? Also, we use this to partner with our people lead, so that way there's no guessing game with it. So that way we can be successful. Also, another thing, we're gonna have an additional team overnight picking for our annual event, right? And we did this last year and it proved very successful and very streamlined. So I'm very excited for this year to make sure that we have the best possible holiday event to make sure our customers get everything that they need.
Awesome. What about the staging part of it? How do we do the simple staging, and there's a new one this year, right?
Right.
What is the other one?
Smart staging.
Smart staging. So what is smart staging?
So smart staging, I love it actually, because what it does is it keeps all of our batched orders together. So if we have a big opportunity that we were having is a bunch of different orders staged in multiple different areas, and prepping these orders was kind of like a headache. But now with the Smart Stage system, it basically simplifies the batching process, making sure all our deliveries, our dwell time goes down, our customer engagement goes up because the customer or the drivers are getting to them in an ample amount of time. I love it because it keeps all of our orders together. So it's one of those things where, you know, they heard our cries and they answered it, and we're going to be successful even more going into this holiday season.
Awesome. I love keeping the customers happy.
Always, always.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for all your help. Thank you, sir. Hey, Emilio, how's it going?
It's going great. It's going great.
Hey, man, what is this?
All right, Mr. Jesse, this right here is SFS.
What is SFS?
SFS is ship from store.
Wow, what do you expect SFS to do from a staffing and the holiday season for the next 3 months?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked that, because going into the holiday season, we're gonna see a crazy spike in orders. And this is mainly partly due to what we call Cyber Monday. We all know Cyber Monday,
Yes, we
right?
do.
So it's very, very important that we make sure we have the right amount of people when and where we need them. And like in the OPD side of business, we need to make sure we're using our Pro Web tool to make sure we have just the right amount of people we need to make sure we're successful in this business. Another thing we need to make sure is by 3:30 every single day, we need to make sure our supplies are full and abundant, so that way the team coming in the next morning can make sure that they're just as successful as the day before.
Awesome. I do like how the supplies are above. Everything is right here in their workstation. So
Right.
I noticed that. So I do appreciate your time today talking about SFS Day. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Likewise.
Hey team, for a successful way to win the holiday season, it is crucial that you have a trailer team. You need to have an exit strategy out of the trailers. P&D and SFS, you have to get staffed the right way, have a backup plan for anything that can happen, and have cross-trained associates. Top Steel in the back room, you have to get it organized, clean, and empty. The only way you can do this is winning with the associates for the holiday season.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Thank you for your participation today. We heard a lot around transition around food, GM, and some key operational focus points today. I'll tell you, if we go out and we execute, we're going to win this back half of the year. It's critically important that we plan and we have a good detailed plan of what we're going to do and how we're going to do things leading up to this transition from Halloween into the 1st. We want to come out on November 1st being ready to win this holiday season. And it's entirely up to you and your teams to go out and execute. And I know in South Texas, we know how to do one thing, and that's execute and execute with excellence. So let's go out, let's make sure we win. One last reminder to win this season. Let's make sure we got good Christmas music playing in our Christmas shops, just to add that holiday season. Have some fun with it. Thank you for what you're doing. We'll see you in the stores.